All right, we're in Module 2, which is getting started with Word, and this is actually Section 3, where I want to talk to you a little bit about saving your documents. If you have a document you've already created, you don't actually have to save it if it's a one-time thing. You can actually print it out if you want and then close it. But if you want to be able to open it in the future, you need to save it. So I want to go through the whole saving procedure with you so you'll know what the different options are as far as saving your document. One of the first things I noticed when I flipped over to my file here is that I've misspelled the word stock. It's actually the word sock currently. I'm going to click between the S and the O and put my T in there. There, that makes me feel a little bit better. As far as saving goes, how do you know if this file has been saved before? Well, your first clue is when you look up here at your title bar, it says Document 1 currently, and that tells me that I haven't yet saved it and given it a name. So there's a couple of ways I can get to the Save window. I can use this button here, which means Save. I can also click my File tab and use Save or Save As. Now let's talk briefly about the difference in these two. If this file has never been saved, then any of those three options I just mentioned to you will automatically take you to the Save As window. When you're in the Save As window, you're going to have to tell it two things. What would you like to name the file? And where would you like to store it? If you've already saved the file once and you've added something to it, then Save would actually allow you just to update the file. Notice that right now, no matter which of the three I pick, I'll go to Save As. I'll choose Save just to show you. And see how it took me to the Save As window? Now I have a couple of choices here. I can save my file to OneDrive, and remember that means that if you have an account with Microsoft OneDrive already, which is free, then you can upload this and that way you can access it from anywhere you'd like as long as you have internet access. You can also share this file with others that way. You can save to this PC, you can add a place, or browse. Most of the time you're going to use browse. So I'm going to click on Browse. And this actually takes me to the actual Save As window. Here's where I'm going to name the file right here. Notice it pulled in the first line of what I typed, thinking I want to call it April 14th, and I don't. So I can type over that whatever I want. Notice the .docx. I do not have to type that in. Word will assign that for me automatically. I'm going to go ahead and call this My First Memo. Now something else I want you to notice down here, it's automatically going to save it as a Word document, a .docx, but I want you to be aware of some of these other choices down here. You can also save this as a Word 97 through 2003 document. Why might you want to do that? You don't always know when you share this file with others if they use Word at all or if they have an older version. And if you save it this way, then you won't have to worry about can they open it and see all the options in there. Another choice might be that you save this as a PDF file. So that way, if you want to send this to someone, they wouldn't be able to edit the file unless they have specific software to do that. Some other options just to notice, I can also go down here and save this as a web page if I'd like, as a plain text file, and you can see these other choices. So just kind of know there are other save as types available. The other thing I want you to notice is where would you like to save the file? So you've got all these different places. If I scroll down this list a little bit, I want you to notice that I have places when I click on Computer on the left here. What that allows me to do is when I click on Computer, I can see all the different places I could save to. Maybe to a flash drive if I had one, a CD-ROM, different places. I'll go ahead and put mine in my documents here. And then I'll just go ahead and save it. And now you'll see that if I look at my title bar, the title of my document is My First Memo. That's a quick way for you to save your document. Now remember, if you make a change to your document, even if you just add a space, then Word thinks you've changed it and you may want to save it. If you do want to save it on your own, you can go ahead and hit Save Here or the File Save I showed you. Also, if you tried to close the file, then it would pop up and say, you've made some changes, would you like to save it? And then you would need to say yes at that point in order to keep your changes. I just want you to be familiar with the different ways to save this particular document. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and close it so I can show you when we move over to section 4 how to open the document. Quick way to close is go to File and down here to Close, and then that's going to take you to a gray screen. So I will see you over in